The journey beyond the last breath. Does the self dissolve into emptiness, or does it pass through portals beyond human comprehension? Welcome, curiosity traveler, to the mystery of mysteries. Today we explore one of the most profound and enigmatic texts of Tibetan Buddhism, Bardo Thodol, more commonly known in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. This is not merely a guide to the end of life, it is a map, a spiritual manual that describes what happens right after death. Together we will cross this portal, decipher its messages, and perhaps gain a deeper understanding of existence itself. Origins of the Bardo Thodol. The Tibetan Book of the Dead originates from the teachings of Padmasambhava, a legendary and almost mythical figure in Tibetan Buddhism. Born in India, he is credited with bringing Buddhism to Tibet in the 8th century. He is revered in Tibetan tradition as Guru Rinpoche, meaning precious master. But Padmasambhava was not merely a monk, he was a profound spiritual teacher, a yogi who mastered esoteric teachings and mystical techniques. His mission was not just to guide the living, but also to assist the dead in their transition. The Bardo Thodol was created to help souls navigate the journey beyond death and to offer a chance at liberation even after taking their last breath. Padmasambhava's spiritual abilities were recognized from a young age, and he was regarded as a Mahasiddha, a realized master who had attained advanced spiritual powers, siddhis. Invited to Tibet by King Trisong Detsen, Padmasambhava played a pivotal role in the establishment of Buddhism in Tibet. During that era, Tibet was steeped in shamanic and animistic practices rooted in the indigenous Bon religion. The transition to Buddhism was met with resistance as local spirits and deities opposed these foreign teachings. Padmasambhava, using his deep knowledge of tantric rituals and magical practices, subdued these forces and integrated aspects of the Bon tradition into Tibetan Buddhism. This synthesis was essential in laying a lasting spiritual foundation for the region. As part of his work, he founded Tibet's first Buddhist monastery, Sami Monastery, and introduced profound teachings on the nature of the mind, reality, and the cyclical existence known as samsara. In Tibetan Buddhism, death is not seen as the end, but as a passage, an opening to the possibility of ultimate spiritual liberation. Padmasambhava realized that at the moment of death, the mind enters a unique state where, freed from the distractions of the physical body, it becomes more receptive to deeper truths. However, he also knew that most beings are trapped by illusions and fears that prevent them from recognizing this opportunity. Thus, he created a guide, a text to be read to the dying or studied in life to prepare the soul for the bardos, or transitional states after death. His ultimate goal was to reduce suffering and unlock the door to enlightenment, even when everything seems uncertain and dissolving. The 3 stages of Bardo. The Bardo Thodol describes 3 key stages, or bardos, that every soul undergoes after death. 1. Chikhai Bardo, the moment of death. At this stage, the soul experiences the transition from life to death, where the physical body dissolves and consciousness is freed from material limitations. Once dissolution is complete, the soul encounters the primordial clear light, described as a vast, radiant, and boundless illumination. This light represents the fundamental nature of the mind, a state of pure, undivided awareness free from fear, attachment, or duality. For spiritual practitioners, the Chikhai Bardo offers the opportunity for final liberation. If the soul recognizes the clear light as its true essence, it attains instant enlightenment, nirvana, and is freed from the cycle of rebirth, samsara. This realization does not depend on rituals or religious beliefs, but is a direct experience of truth, where the mind perceives itself without distortion. However, for those unprepared, the clear light can be overwhelming or even terrifying. Instead of recognizing it as their own nature, the mind perceives it as an external force and retreats into fear. When this happens, the soul moves into the next stage of the bardos, encountering visions shaped by its karmic tendencies. This state of consciousness is considered one of the most crucial moments in the afterlife journey. The ability to recognize the clear light depends on one's spiritual practice in life. The more one has trained the mind through meditation and self-awareness, the easier it is to merge with this primordial consciousness. Many Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of meditating on the clear light while alive, as this increases the likelihood of recognizing it in death. 2. Chönyid Bardo, the realm of visions. In this stage, the soul is stripped of its physical form and enters a dimension where the mind projects its internal states into externalized visions. Peaceful visions. The soul is initially greeted by serene, enlightened beings, manifestations of the positive aspects of its consciousness. These figures appear as Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or radiant deities, offering peace and guidance. However, if the soul does not recognize these visions, doubt and fear may arise, leading to the next phase. Wrathful visions. If the soul fails to embrace the peaceful aspects of its mind, it will face intense, terrifying manifestations, wrathful deities that embody suppressed fears, anger, and desires. These figures are not external beings, but projections of unresolved emotions. Recognizing them as part of the self allows the soul to dissolve fear and move toward liberation. This stage serves as a test. Those who understand that these visions are merely reflections of their mind can transcend them and move toward enlightenment. However, many souls become trapped by fear and illusion, pushing them toward rebirth. A significant aspect of the Chönyid Bardo is that all experiences are intensified due to the lack of a physical body. Thoughts and emotions take on an almost tangible form, manifesting instantly. This can be a frightening experience for those who are unprepared, but it can also be an opportunity to recognize the nature of consciousness itself. Third, Sidpa Bardo, rebirth. In the final stage, the soul confronts its accumulated karma, which dictates the conditions of its next life. As desire and attachment intensify, the soul is instinctively drawn toward a new body, shaped by the energies it has cultivated over past lives. This process is likened to a powerful current pulling the soul into a new existence. The soul may experience glimpses of different potential lives, feeling drawn toward certain families, environments, or circumstances. Based on its karmic inclinations, if awareness is maintained, there remains a small window for choosing a more favorable rebirth or even escaping the cycle entirely. For those who achieve higher realization, there is no longer an unconscious pull toward rebirth. Instead, they may consciously choose to return as enlightened beings to help others, or they may dissolve into the ultimate reality, free from all cycles of birth and death. The study of the Bardo Thodol is not only meant to prepare one for death, but to transform the way one lives. Through deep contemplation and spiritual practice, we can gain greater awareness of the mind's nature, break free from fears and illusions, and move toward ultimate liberation.